Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And sorry about the squeaky chair, it just is, but I'll try to keep it quiet. So today I'm going to do my haul for October, and this is going to be my coloring books and my supplies, which right now I'm thinking is only one, but we'll do it when we get to it. Then, when I'm done all the coloring books, I'm going to show you stuff that, reading books that I got. So I'll do that after the coloring stuff, so that you can leave if you're not interested in reading books. So, and if you are, stick around. It's got some great stuff. So, I'm just going to clear this off the table and we will start showing what we got. Got quite a few Christmas books. Got Christmas Mandalas, Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. This is a book from last year that he did. It's really nice. It's got picture mandalas in it. So, really nice. It's a smaller book than the one he came out with this year. 25. And then also got Prachi Dewan Sachdeva's book from last year, Christmas Patterns, Color by Number. And this is a gorgeous book. It's got patterns made with pictures, and some of them in mandala fashion, but a lot of them that are not. And I've got a finished page. I'll show you that with my finished pages. Then I got African Patterns by Coloring Book Cafe. Really enjoyed their Mexican one, so I just had to take a look at this, and I love it as well. A lot of them are like pictures, but they're patterned, but I wouldn't call this Zendoodle. They're definitely African patterns, so very nice book. Up next, we have Cute Dragons by Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. This is an older book of hers, which I didn't have, and is so cute. I had to get it. I've seen this done lots of times, and it was gorgeous. Gorgeous pictures. Whoops, I've done a couple in there I don't want to show you. So, yeah, lovely, cute pictures. All of these books will have their own flips, but if you'd like to see one sooner rather than later, just let me know down below in the comments. So it took a while for me to, the Christmas, Coloring Heaven is just a mess right now with their international orders, at least overseas here. I know the U.S. is having the same problem as us here in Canada. We used to get these a month after they came out, so their new books come out around the 21st, 22nd of the month. And when that time came around, we would get the one that had come out last month. So as the new one was coming out, we would get the old one, which is fine because the stores are at that rate as well, because they have to wait for them to come from overseas. But now, where it's taking us 2 months to get one, so I'm filming this in the first week or so of November, second week of November, and Halloween hasn't arrived yet. So who knows, we'll be getting the Christmas one in spring or something. So anyways, I got Inkhouse, and I didn't get a chance to color in this, which I usually try to make a effort to, or I try to color in every one as they come in the door, but no such luck. So this is the Inkhouse by Rory Dobner. I do not have the book, but even if I do, this will let me know if I want to get the book. So I'm glad to have got this. And also, if I do get the book eventually, this will still allow me to use alcohol markers, which the book, of course, will not. And I've heard that it's kind of funny paper for coloring on as well, since, of course, it's a reading book, not a coloring book. Then up next is Belba Family. One of their newer books is Stylish Animals. And I've done a couple in here, which I'll show you just so you get, or one, I'll show you one, so you get an idea. So this is one of their square books, and it's just really brightly patterned and everything, so lots of fun. It's a lot like their WOW books. Then up next is a new artist new to me artist. She's got a lot of books out. I found her and I absolutely had to get a couple of her books. So got this one, which is Arwen's Dolls. That's what all her books are. She's Fox Arwen Kennedy, and this is her circus book. And just look at these pictures. Okay, well, not that one, but look at these girls. Even though it's very different from, what's her name? Oh, the name just totally escapes me. You'll know who I'm thinking of. Magana. Carla Magana. The style is very different, but it's the same, if you know what I mean. It's the same kind of art that you just like color outside the lines of, kind of, you know. It's big, it's beautiful, it's bold. It's just, I love it so much. Can't wait to get my hands on, to get my markers on those. Also managed to pick up a few Creative Haven books which were on sale. So this is Ocean Fantasies by Aaron Pocock. I'm always looking for books that are on for $5 or $6 every month now, because they seem to put a few on. So yeah, now, I think I have all of Aaron Pocock's books now, because as you'll see, I did get another one. Then also the Unicorn Special of Coloring Heaven arrived. Not a big unicorn fan, but I really like the unicorns in here. First of all, there's White Stag, which of course I love, and I don't have her unicorn book, so there we go. And then after her, there's a lot of hers as well. We have Selena Fennick, whose illustrations I really like, but I've never colored anything by her because I don't own any of her books. And then the first one is an artist I've never heard of, but I really love these pictures. It's Heather R. Hitchman. They are so adorably cute. Let's see if we can find one that's right side up. They're all, okay, they're all horizontal, so let's just take a look at those again. Aren't they just absolutely adorable? So yeah, I'm looking forward to coloring in this, and I'm disappointed that I didn't get to it, because it might be a while now. Picked up the current issue of Mystery Colors. It is a Christmas issue, completely different from last year. I haven't done anything in here, and you can't see anything because they're mystery patterns. Then I finally got myself a copy of Creative Cats by Marjorie Sarnat. This book is out of print, and I just haven't been bothered to get myself a secondhand copy, and it came in fantastic condition. There's no pages missing, there's no coloring in it, and it's perfect condition, except that it has like a library type tag. Oh, well, it's the bookseller's tag on there. But I've bought from them before, so we'll see that it'll come off nice. So yeah, love. I'm glad I have this. I think it was her first Creative Haven. Knocking things over. Managed to get myself another art therapy book. This one is medieval art. Let's just say it in English. Of course, this is the hardcover books, and this has 100 images, as they all do. These are original, and this one is by Sophie LeBlanc. I have several of her books right now. So yeah, I just love it. Absolutely gorgeous. I need to make myself a challenge of coloring in these books. So, Deborah Muller came out with 4 Halloween books that she came out with this October, and I picked up 3 of them because I'm just picking up her spooky, odd, unusual books at the moment. So this one is Victorian Witches. I love Victorian stuff, so that goes great with the creepiness for me. So yeah, some different types of witches in here, since we've got the Victorian angle going on. I really like that. I got the latest mythographic along with everybody else who collects mythographics. Just a minute, I'm going to try and see if I can if I can fix that. Fuzziness, sorry, by putting that there. So this is by a new artist to the series called Alessandra Fusi, and I gotta say this is my least favorite book in the collection. For some reason it seems to me that the lines are thinner and there's much smaller spaces in it, and I don't know, they just aren't as beautiful. Like, there's some in here that I really, really like, but I'll probably do that one. But I don't know, it just seems much more fine and also just not as beautiful. So yeah, this one is called, what was it called? Wonderlust. Yeah, so that's my least favorite of them all, gotta say. Then I picked myself up a color by number book that I haven't seen in North America. I found this one from a British YouTuber who I think did a colored page in it, or might have picked it up, I'm not sure, in a haul, but yeah, I managed to get myself a copy of this off of Book Depository. It's Colormetrics, and it is sort of like the Tri-Animals, except they're not all triangles. There are polygons in there as well. So I like how the pages are set up too. And you've got your colors on the bottom, and each page is different with the numbering system. And you can see that they come out with the fancy colors. Now they also have a sticker one, and oh no, here there's two other ones, but they're stickers. So this is the only color by number book in the series. So I was happy to get that. And then, oh my goodness, I think that all of us, nope, see, that's not working. What if I need something bigger? Let's try this. Try it at the side. Let's try it at the side, see if it works. So, Hannah Carlson's Tales from the Forest Kingdom. So, I had this on pre-order on Amazon, and they kept sending me messages that there was a delay, there was a delay, there was a delay. And finally, in October, I got a message at the beginning of the month that there was a delay. So I canceled my order, and I went and I ordered it off of Book Depository, and it came like really fast. So you can see I ordered it in October, and I got it in October. So I'm really glad to finally have this, and I'm going to order all her books from Book Depository from now on, because Amazon can't be trusted with them. And I'm going to buy them when they come out in the original editions. So obviously with this one I didn't. Nice book. I hadn't unpacked them from my haul yet. So this is a set of 12 Big Intensity permanent markers. So I've got some permanent or alcohol black markers to use for my backgrounds. Now, these are different than the Big Intensities that we get in the package of Big Intensities. These are chubby little guys, and they have a, I don't know if you can see that, but they have a chisel tip. So yeah, those will be good for doing backgrounds, and that's what I bought them for. So now I have a box of watercolored blacks, and not watercolored, water-based, and a box of these. Another French book I picked up was Les Petites Carrés. I collect this series. This one is Avec Amour, which is with love. And all the pictures have hearts in them, or are representative of love. Like here we have a couple of sisters, and here we have our hearts. And these are really nice pictures too. Really well done. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's some gorgeous, oh wow, yeah. I just love the patterns in here, and the pictures are beautiful. And this is by Florence Deyeri. So I'm getting quite a nice little collection of my French books. Then I picked up this. I've decided that I'm going to get The rest of these that I don't have because they're out of print, and, well, the only books are out of print, but you know what I mean. They're no longer made. So I need to pick them up before they're not available anymore. And then these just last forever, you know. I use pan pastels as well, but I really like these, so they're nice to get out a bunch of colors in just one go instead of having to lay out all your pan pastels. I don't have that big of a space. So another Creative Haven which was on sale was, these are ones that are all on my wish list, by the way, or were. Wizard of Oz designs. This has been on my wish list ever since I started buying Creative Haven books, and I've just never got around to it. So, yeah, really nice pictures in there. I don't know why they're called designs. I mean, isn't any picture that's not a portrait a design? Sort of. I mean, you know, if you think about it. And then another Aaron Pocock book. I already have one by him. I forget what it is. But now I have that ocean one and Fantastical Dragons. I've gotten into dragon pictures. I've colored one, and I had so much fun coloring it. I'm collecting dragon books now, and I can't wait to color more dragons. Maybe I should have a dragon month next. I picked up a new pack of paper. Somebody said that this was the best paper for markers. And you know what? This is working, isn't it? Okay. So, I forget who it was. It might have been, what's her name? Something Passion for Pencils. Maybe it's just called Passion for Pencils. No, there's somebody's name. Pamela. There we go. Pamela's Passion for Pencils. I think it was her. Might not have been. Said that this was the best marker paper there is. So I decided to try it because, you know, it's not expensive. And, yeah, so it's Hammerhill Color Copy Digital Cover Stock. So that's what you want to get if you want to try it out like me. You can ask me next time you see a PDF in my finished pages. Of course, it would have to be a marker PDF. Okay, so now I'm going to pay attention and see if this is stopping the fuzziness. Yes, it is. Alright, so I got this for review from Creative Mandala, and I have to tell you, I absolutely adore it. It's got to be one of my favorite mandala books right now. So it's 150 mandalas, and these are stock images, but the book is put together so well that they just all look like they go together. Really, really nice. And then there's some in here which are a little bit extra. So yeah, I really like this. I've done a couple already. I have a flip through of that on my channel already as well. Got a few new releases from the Coloring Hive this month, and they're all fantastic. We have Stylish Dog Mamas here, and these are gorgeous pictures. I like these pages as well as the coloring page. You know, these, you do the white lines with your gel pens. So look at these gorgeous pictures. I don't like dogs that much, but I don't mind these dog pictures like I usually do. Because, I mean, and some of them, the dog's hardly even there, you know, they're so tiny. But yeah, these are definitely about the stylish mamas. Yeah, I love that book. I can't believe I love a dog book, guys. Definitely not me. Then we have Woman Warrior, which is also a gorgeous book by the Coloring Hive. And all their books are like this. So, gorgeous pictures, aren't they? Well, there's a couple of elves in a row there, but they're not all like that. Yeah, see, there's all sorts of different types of styles in here. So, again, more lovely pictures. Then Coloring Hive also came out with Global Goddesses, which is another gorgeous book full of women. And these are like actual goddesses from different cultures and stuff. And the first page tells you who they are and gives you a little write-up about them. Like that is Sedna, an Inuit goddess of the sea. And this is, oh, that must be Artemis. Yes, that's Artemis. This one looks like Gaia, the personification of Earth. So yeah, another gorgeous book from Coloring Hive. I think all their books are gorgeous. There's a couple I don't have, but well, maybe I should pick them up. Okay, Sach and Sach Deva came out with this awesome coloring book. It's called Paper Cut Art, and you can't see the pictures the way that they look for real. They look very dark grayscale to you, but they're not. They're very, very light grayscale, and they are like awesome. I love them. And I especially like that there's no outlines on these because your picture ends up looking like it's like made of felt. I'll show you one I've done. See, look at that. It looks like a felt board. I think it's just absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to do more of those either. They take a little bit of patience because there's no black outline, but I mean, you just draw in your own outline and fill it in. It's no biggie. And then Coloring Hive came out with a couple of kids' books too, which are absolutely gorgeous. Spooky Town Halloween. And these are cute. And they have the white outline pages as well. These are just adorably cute. I love them. It's featuring guinea pigs and hamsters from the Coloring Hive, and this is an adorable book as well. We have these lovely little scenes with our hamsters or guinea pigs in them. They're so cute. I love this book. And this one was pretty popular too on my flip through. People seem to like this one. Yeah, adorable. And along with everybody else, I picked up Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge. Now, I don't have very many of her books because I haven't colored one of her... That's not true. I have colored one of her pictures. So yeah, I need to... I don't know why they... I just look at them and it's like, oh, it's so busy. But I love them. They're such, like, charming pictures. My mom used that word a lot. Then my sister sent me, every month my sister and I send each other a gift from our wish list, and she sent me 3 books I think we have here. So I have Goddesses by Coco Wyo, which is stunning. And they say who they are at the top of each one in a little scroll. I like that. I like that better than, who is it? Ava Brown, they have a goddess book, or Gods and Goddesses, one of the other books, and it's just written down here, so it's like you got words on your page. This way in the scroll it looks like it belongs there, you know. Yeah, gorgeous book, thanks to my sister. She also got me this one. I've been quite interested in this artist's books. Meredith Stein is her name. I don't know if she puts it in here. Yep, Meredith Stein. So listen to this. This is Cute and Creepy Cyclops Chibi Girls. She has some very interesting ideas when it comes to chibis. So look at these girls. They're a little weird looking at them like this, but I think they're just going to be outstanding when they're colored. So yeah, these are cute and they are pretty creepy. So those were 2 books that my sister got me. What else did she get me? I'm sure she sent me 3, and I only have 1 coloring book left. Well, I must have forgot to mention the other one. But anyways, this is the other book by Fox Arwin Kennedy that I got. This is one of her first books, Arwin's Dolls. Of course, all the books are part of that series, and this is Fabulous Fashions. And this is just outstanding. These are going to be so much fun to color and so easy. Look at these. Love them. Then, I've got a couple of supplies here and when we're finished. So, I picked up the 168 colors for what are they called? Let me open it up again. I've forgotten the brand name. I know it, but I just can't remember it exactly. Adaxi. So these are Adaxi pens. They're square barrels and, you know, broad and fine. I have some of these. I have a portrait set of them, and they didn't yellow, so I was pretty sure when I bought this that they wouldn't yellow, because the portrait set has browns, and it's the browns that yellow. Now, just to show you, I did a test here, and I put a piece of paper on the front, in front of and behind, to check to see if they did yellow. So I used all the colors that yellow, and anything with red in it will yellow. So you've got reds, you've got oranges, you've got browns, some yellows, you know, some blue violets, they have red in it, some purples. There's lots of colors that will. But as you can see, there's absolutely no yellowing on the page that was in front of it. And the marker went through onto this page, but there's absolutely no yellowing on the page behind it. So that's been sat there for a month like that, so I think I can actually throw it away now. It's done its job. And yeah, so this is their biggest size, 168. It was time for me to buy another set, a big one. So I was looking at Ohuhu's 200. I think they just have a 200 of the broad and fine tips. I'm not crazy about the brushes, guys. I don't know why. They're just not my favorite. So this was like half the price, and you know, pretty close, 32 colors difference, and like $50 cheaper. So I had to go with this. I will get myself another set of Ohuhus, but not just now. And then I had my Up crate, which if you watched my unboxing and picture that I did with that, these are the supplies that I got. I got a paintbrush, which is a 6 round. Got some glue stick, which is some German glue stick. It sticks wet, glues dry. Got a document fine liner made in the Czech Republic, Central Pen. And I got 3 tubes of gouache. And this is by Plakat Verf. So I got rose, magenta, opaque white, Naples yellow red, which is a gorgeous color, and light blue or cyan. And then on top of that, I got a sheet of foiling. And I did my project, and I still have some. I still have some of this left. Whoops, it's stuck to the box where I used it. That part was stuck. So yeah, I got gold foiling. So I'm actually going to buy myself some sheets of this, because this was fun. Really fun to use. So I need to put it somewhere safe and near me, so I will use it again. So yeah, now I can get rid of this and put my supplies away where they belong. So that is the end of my coloring book and reading, my coloring book and supplies haul. So if you are not interested in the reading books that I got, then you can just turn off now, and I will see you next time. But if you'd like to see which books I purchased to read, stay tuned because they are coming up right now. The books that I purchased. The first one I purchased is a sequel to a book that I've read. I have the first and the third book in this series, so I decided to purchase the second book in the series. The first one was John Dies at the End, and it's just absolutely hilarious. So I want to continue on with it. This one is called This Book is Full of Spiders. So let's just take a look at what it says at the back. Of course, this is a sequel, but I don't think it says anything to spoil the first one. From the writer of the cult sensation John Dies at the End comes another terrifying and hilarious tale of almost Armageddon at the hands of two hopeless heroes. Warning, you may have a huge invisible spider living in your skull. This is not a metaphor. You will dismiss this as ridiculous fear-mongering. Dismissing things as ridiculous fear-mongering is, in fact, the first symptom of parasitic spider infection. The creature stimulates skepticism in order to prevent you from seeking a cure. That's just as well, since the cure involves learning what a chainsaw tastes like. You can't feel the spider because it controls your nerve endings. You won't even feel it when it breeds, and it will breed. Just stay calm and remember that telling you about the spider situation is not the same as having caused it. I'm just the messenger, even if I did sort of cause it. Either way, I won't hold it against you if you're upset. I know that's just the spider talking. So you can tell the type of humor that you're going to find in here. It's irreverent, sarcastic, absolutely hilarious though, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Then I got a book that I've wanted to read for years, since the 90s. Anyways, and this is The Ring, or actually there is no the, it's just Ring. And this is by Koji Suzuki, and look at that. That's kind of like eye disturbing, but I love the spine with the ring there. So everybody knows what The Ring is. This is from the Japanese horror movie, which was remade into an English one. So that this is a trilogy. So if I enjoy the book, I'll be getting the second one, this one is Ring, and then there's loops, and then there's spirals. Then I became part of the, oh my goodness, what is it called? Does it say on the bookmark? The Abominable Book Club, and it is from Great Britain, and it has a just the bare bones subscription where you just get the books. You don't get the tea light and the coffee package and the tea package and the face cloth or whatever else it is you're gonna get to make you comfy while you're reading. But yeah, so I don't need that stuff. I just want the books, so I got it. So what they do is they give you 2 horror or thriller books, and then they give you a gently used second-hand book, which they wrap up in craft paper and then tie with string and put a wax seal on it. So it's a beautiful little present that you get to open, and you get an awesome second-hand book. So anyways, first of all is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This is his newest book that's out, and it is, people are raving about it, though I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think just as many do since it's become so popular. So I'll read the back of it. So this was a surprise. I wanted this, so I was really happy to have it. Some girls just don't know how to die. Jade Daniels is an outcast, half Indian with an abusive father and absent mother. In Proof Rock, a town that wants nothing to do with her. Now, one class away from dropping out of school, she is pouring her life and soul into her last assignment, a personal history of horror films. But Proof Rock doesn't rest easy. As blood spills in the lake and violent stories refuse to stay buried, Jade's encyclopedic knowledge of horror cinema begins to make sense of everything happening in the rapidly gentrifying rural lake town. And with the arrival of the final girl, Letha Mondragon, she's convinced an irreversible sequence of events has been set into motion. As Jade dives deep into the history of her hometown, the missing tourists, the drowned church in Indian Lake, the tragic deaths at camp years ago, the town strives to keep her trapped. But outcasts still laugh and fight and cry and love fiercely, and even as the terror descends and the blood flows, they never ever give up. So this says it's an homage to slasher films. So it's a bit of a chunkster, but it's got really big words, like a yeah almost. But I know this isn't a yeah, or at least I'm pretty sure it's not. Nobody's classified it that way. And then the other book, which is a surprise that I have never even heard about this. Oh, first of all, they give you a bookmark which has one of those really fast horror stories that you have to write in so many words or less. And so I'm not going to read that to you, but it was really good. I liked it. So you got that, and this is 6 Rooms by Gemma Amor. Now I've read something by Gemma that I liked. Maybe it will say it here. Her other books. No, it doesn't say anything about her other books. But I did enjoy the other book by her, so I'm really looking forward to this. And it looks like it might be a haunted house. So there's no information about the book at all, front or back. So let me see. Oh, praise for 6 Rooms. So let's just read this one here. Gemma Amor's 6 Rooms is a chilling ghost story that is full of her usual prose, magic, and haunting imagery. This deftly crafted paranormal yarn will chill the very marrow of your bones, whilst the frenetic pace and readability of Amor's words will get your heart rate pumping until you turn that final page and can once more breathe easily. This is more than just a ghost story. This is a story about belonging, a story of finding one's place in the world. But above all else, it is the unique and masterful book that takes the paranormal trope and crafts something truly magical. 6 Rooms will leave its mark long after reading. Mark my words. Written by Ross Jeffrey, a Bram Stoker nominee. So yeah, that sounds good. And then the surprise used book that I got sent was Mr. X by Peter Straub. Oops, put this back so it doesn't get fuzzy. So I was actually really thrilled when I got this book because I had just reread the only Peter Straub book that I have, which is Pork Pie Hat. And I was thinking, geez, I would just love to read something by him because I started thinking about Ghost Story, which is a book I read when I was a child, and I just really liked it. So I was thinking, I'd really like to read another chunkster by him, and then this came in the mail, so it was so like serendipitous. So of course this is a vintage book and is gently used, so happy with that. Oh, I guess I should read the back. Every year on his birthday, Ned Dunstan has a paralyzing seizure in which he is forced to witness scenes of ruthless slaughter perpetrated by a mysterious figure in black whom he calls Mr. X. Now, with his birthday fast approaching, Ned has been drawn back to his hometown of Edgerton, Illinois, by a premonition that his mother is dying. On her deathbed, she imparts to him the name of his long-absent father and warns him that he is in grave danger. Despite her foreboding, he embarks on a search through Edgerton's past for the truth behind his own identity and that of his entirely fantastic family. But when Ned becomes the lead suspect in 3 violent deaths, he begins to realize that he is not the only one who has come home. See, I like that. I like horror books that involve a crime as well. Alright, so now the books that I picked up. Well, of course I picked up most of those, but I think most of these were a book outlet order. So I got a couple, I think I got a couple of Lars Kepler. These are Junalina novels, and I started to read this series. I read either the first two or the first three, I can't remember, in it when they first, like as they came out a long time ago. And so I saw they had a couple in the series, the next ones actually, so I picked those up. This is a really good Scandinavian crime novels. So this is called Lazarus. Oh wait, it has French flaps. The 7th gripping thriller in Lars Kepler's internationally best-selling series. Okay, so it's number 7. Sweden's most notorious serial killer, Jurek Walter, was shot and killed years ago. The police moved on and managed to forget the darkness that had tainted their lives. Now a mysterious killer is brutally murdering Europe's most loathsome criminals. When police discover that 2 of the victims have connections to Detective Junalina, it's clear that somebody is trying to send him a message. As the body count rises, the evidence seems to point to a ghost from Juna's past, the most terrifying villain he's ever had to face. Juna is convinced that his worst nightmare is about to become a reality. Jurek Walter, the man who tore apart his family, has returned to finish the job. Ooh. And I also got the next book in the Day by Day Armageddon series. So that is called Shattered Hourglass, I believe. Yeah, Shattered Hourglass. It's by Jailborn. I've read the first 2 books and really enjoyed them. And this is just hardcore zombie books. So this is book 3. I'm not going to read you what it's about. It's about, I know that they go to China in that book, but then it's just about zombie apocalypse stuff. This next book I picked up because, well, for one, it sounded good, but second, it came up when I did a search for Lovecraft. This is a cosmology of monsters, and Stephen King blurbs it on the front. So if Stephen King blurbs a book, I'm going to try it because I love Stephen King. If John Irving ever wrote a horror novel, it would be something like this. I loved it. Stephen King. Now there's another person I'd like to read their books. So this is A Cosmology of Monsters. Noah Turner sees monsters. His father saw them and built a shrine to them with the Wandering Dark, an immersive horror experience that the whole family operates. His practical mother has caught glimpses of terrors but refuses to believe, too focused on keeping the family from falling apart. His brilliant older sister Eunice can't exorcise them from her mind, no matter how many versions of the story she commits to paper. And his eldest sister, the dramatic and vulnerable Sydney, won't admit to seeing anything but the beckoning glow of the spotlight until it swallows her up. Noah Turner sees monsters, but unlike his family, Noah chooses to let them in. Ooh, sounds good. Also picked up a couple of Karen Slaughter's that I haven't read. I've read all her standalones except for the newest one out, False Witness, which I do have on my Kindle. So this is The Last Widow, and because this is part of a series, I'm not going to read what it's about. Let's just read this little bit here. Karen Slaughter brings back Will Trent and Sarah Linton in this superb and timely thriller full of devious twists, disturbing secrets, and shocking surprises you won't see coming. A mysterious kidnapping, a devastating explosion, a diabolical enemy. So, yeah, I love Karen Slaughter. Is the other Karen Slaughter that I haven't read, and this is The Silent Wife. I believe these two go next to each other and are where I need to pick up. So this says, he watches, he waits, he takes, who will be next? The Silent Wife. I love domestic thrillers, so let's hope that that's what this is going to be, The Silent Wife. So yeah, I'm not going to read what that one's about either. You either like Karen Slaughter's series, or you don't, or you haven't heard about them. Start at the beginning. Believe me, you need to start at the beginning and read them in order for her series. Okay, so the other Lars Kepler book that I got was The Rabbit Hunter. This is the 6th one, so maybe I read the first 5, or maybe I still need to pick up a couple. A stranger wearing a mask stands in the shadow of a garden. He's watching his first victim through the window. He will kill him slowly, make it last, and make him pay. There's only one person the police can turn to, ex-detective Junalina, but he's serving time in a high-security prison. Okay, better not read any more. That's probably what happened in the book before this, which I know I haven't read, but I think I picked it up. And then I have always wanted to read this book, and I found it when I was searching through the true crime. This is The Most Dangerous Animal of All, Searching for My Father and Finding the Zodiac Killer. So this is by a man who thinks that his father is the Zodiac Killer, Gary L. Stewart. And he had help writing it by Susan Mustafa. So that's basically what this is about. There's family pictures as well. But his dad obviously is dead, because he's not going to make those claims if his dad's still alive, is he? So, oh, Jeff Gwynne blurbs it. Now, Jeff Gwynne is one of my favorite true crime writers and nonfiction writers. So, cool. There. A few more. 5 more. Bunny, because I've been hearing about this one, and it sounded good to me. It's blurbed by Margaret Atwood. Oh, Bunny, you are so genius. Bunny by Mona Awad. A scholarship student who prefers the company of her dark imagination to that of most people, Samantha Heather McKay is utterly repelled by the rest of her graduate fiction writing cohort at New England's elite Warren University, a clique of unbearable saccharine yet sinister rich girls who call each other Bunny and seem to move and speak as one. But everything changes when Samantha receives an invitation to the Bunny's Fable Smut Salon and finds herself inexplicably drawn to their front door, ditching her only friend Ava in the process. As Samantha plunges deeper and deeper into the Bunny's world and begins to take part in their monstrous experiments, the edges of reality begin to blur. Soon her friendships with Ava and the Bunnies will be brought into deadly collision. Ooh, that sounds good. Picked up Joe Nesbo book that is one of the ones I haven't read. I think this might actually be the next one. So he writes the Harry Holy series, and this is Scandinavian crime as well. So I'm not going to read you about this one because it's like the 9th or 10th or something like that in the series. Chestnut Man, this one has been on my wish list for some time. It's also a Scandinavian crime, and I believe it says it's coming to Netflix, but I believe it came out recently on Netflix. So maybe I'll watch that after I've read the book. The Chestnut Man. A psychopath is terrorizing Copenhagen, and I think that's all we need to know for that one. 2 left, guys. So we have another Lars Kepler book. So I'll have to see where I am in this series, but this makes this number 5, which would mean I read the first 4, which is exactly possible because I have 5, 6, and 7 here. So this is Stalker, another Junalina book, and I won't read you the back of that. And the last book here is one that I found when I was looking for Lovecraft as well. So this is The Night Ocean by Paul Lafarge. From the award-winning author and New Yorker contributor, a riveting novel about secrets and scandals, psychiatry, and pulp fiction. Marina Willett has a problem. Her husband, Charlie, has become obsessed with H.P. Lovecraft, and in particular with the events of the summer of 1934, when the reclusive Lovecraft lived for 2 months with a young fan named Robert Barlow and his family in Central Florida. Lovecraft was 43 that summer, and Barlow was 16. What were the two of them up to, and what did they feel for each other? Just when Charlie thinks he's solved a puzzle, a scandal erupts and he disappears. The police call it a suicide, but Marina doesn't believe them. Heartbroken, she follows her missing husband's trail to learn the truth. Moving across the decades and along the length of the continent from a remote Ontario town through New York and Lovecraft's native Providence to Mexico City, The Night Ocean is a historical tour de force about love and deception. It's about the way stories earn our trust and betray it. Whoa, that one sounds powerful. It's a penguin book as well. I love penguin spines. So, yes, that is everything that I purchased in this haul. So I hope you stayed with me to the end and enjoyed seeing and hearing about the things that I purchased in or was sent to me in October. So I hope, I think I said that already. So yeah, thanks for watching. In the meantime, bye!